Welcome to the MMAPlay 365 free fantasy fight breakdown. For each card, we'll give away our analysis for one future fight, including how to approach it in your DraftKings and FanDuel contests. You can access our full daily fantasy offering, including picks, tier lists, expert rankings, tournament exposures, and historical optimal lineup analysis for just $5 per event or $10 per month by logging on to www.MMAplay365.com.
What's up, guys and girls? This week we got to talk about Mokaev versus Malcolm Gordon, and not because I have some controversial take on the outcome of the fight. I want to talk about how it impacts your DraftKings and FanDuel lineups. That's what we're here to do. There's a difference between breaking down fights for picks and breaking down fights for DraftKings and FanDuel slates. Mokaev, $9,600 on DraftKings, $23 on FanDuel, most expensive fighter on the slate in both cases. Malcolm Gordon, comeback, $6,600 on DK, $8 on FanDuel. Odds right now, at the beginning of the week, Mokaev was like -600. I think he swelled to like -1,000 and above in some places. Look, the pick for this fight, just to get it out of the way, it is going to be Mokaev via round one knockout. However, Mokaev, I do think he's better everywhere. How does he want to win this fight? Is he going to play it safe and not necessarily get the finish right away? If he doesn't get the finish in the first minute, at least on DraftKings, where you have that extra bonus, $9,600 is crazy expensive. That's a lot. So can you fit him in lineups? In cash games, I find it hard to fade him. It probably makes you take an extra underdog or leave one of the main event favorites out of your lineup, so you can't double stack. That's kind of the trade-off you have to make. I think that is what I will be doing in cash games. I've got a few different iterations, but I think Mokaev is the priority in cash games. Same thing with FanDuel, where we're prioritizing finishes. Look for the finish in this fight. At the finish in round one prop is like -230 as well. And Malcolm Gordon is, I'm going to be way underweight. Don't play him in cash. Don't go near that in cash game for the savings. There's other places to go. And in tournaments, a very small sprinkle, depending how many. If you're not playing more than 100 lineups, don't play Malcolm Gordon. I don't think the odds are worth it at all. In my 150, I'll be playing one or two Malcolm Gordon tops. The real interesting part is, how much Mokaev do you play? If he scores 110 points, that's a huge number. Because he's 9,600, that might not be good enough for the optimal unless multiple dogs win. You got to have other big scores. Just the lineup is so constricting. So I don't want people to go and play 80% Mokaev. That could work. That's the viable strategy. It's not one I'm taking because he's going to be so popular. On top of that, I'm probably going to be aiming somewhere around field weight, maybe a touch over, which is the 50 to 60% range. That's where I'm looking to be. The reason being, there's so many ways he doesn't end up in the optimal. If he gets a finish middle in round one, could be a standing TKO. If he doesn't get the quick finish, maybe he gets a quick takedown, quickly submits Malcolm Gordon on the ground. That's 98 points. I don't think 98 points at 9,600 is going to get it done. Same thing on FanDuel. It's a little less on FanDuel. He's not as cost prohibitive. $23 is closer to the rest of the high-end fighters. There's a big jump on DraftKings. So I think he's actually a better play on FanDuel, especially as a captain MVP play over there. He's probably the top option for sure. The price isn't as uncomfortable on FanDuel. So just keep that in mind when you're building lineups. If you're a three lineup person, I would say 2 to 3 is the way to go with Mokaev. But there is, I would rather, if you're building three lineups, you play 0 Mokaev versus 2 to 3, versus 2 or 3, versus 3, sorry, 0 over 3. The reason being, there's more ways to get unique and end up in first place versus a chop for first or min cash or any of that. I'm hesitant to go all in for the reasons I've just laid out in this video. So that's what I got this week for the free fantasy fight breakdown. Less about the fight itself and more about roster construction. Any questions, hit me up on Twitter at @sniper_MMA. For all of my DraftKings and FanDuel's plays, make sure you go to MMAPlay365.com, grab yourself a DFS subscription for $5 for the event, $10 for the month, and let's all make that money. Good luck, guys.